Coleman Domingo stars in the all-new thriller on Netflix, The Madness. So let's get into my review. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. All I do here is watch movies and shows on streaming services and in theaters. Media pundit Muncie Daniels must fight to prove his innocence after stumbling upon a murder in the Poconos while trying to reconnect with his estranged family and his lost ideals. Coleman Domingo's having a great year between this and Sing Sing. He's popping up in a lot of great things. And I was very interested in this 8-episode conspiracy thriller on Netflix. It is a show about Muncie Daniels, played by Coleman Domingo. He sees this murder in the Poconos while trying to write a book, and he is blamed for this murder, and it becomes much bigger than he anticipated and starts to try to get to the bottom of this case so he can clear his name. His name is popping up everywhere. He loses his job from CNN. He is on the run. He has to question himself and question his future. Does he turn himself in and try to keep himself safe from everybody that's trying to hunt him down? Or does he continue to go on the run, possibly fleeing the country? I thought Coleman Domingo was really great in here, really tapping into the madness of what exactly is going on. He is constantly on the run, constantly questioning people, trying to figure out what is happening. And since he comes from a career of interviewing people and getting information that he needs, he's very good about trying to get that right information and questioning the right people, or connecting dots between people's careers and things that people are possibly hiding. But he has to do it in a way that protects himself and his family. So there's a lot at stake when it comes to the people that are involved with this murder in the Poconos and trying to pin it on him. They know a lot about Muncie Daniels as well, and they are trying to get to his family. Throughout these 8 episodes, Coleman Domingo starts to just unravel a little bit when it comes to trying to protect himself. But middle half of the series, we see this character switch a little bit. He starts to get confused with what's going on himself and starts to question a lot about exactly what is happening. The show is starting to pile on more and more characters. The situation for him only increasingly gets worse, and so he starts to become mad. Coleman Domingo is tapping into this character and seeing how uneasy he can get, and there's a lot of emotion that comes with it. He starts to question his own ideals and starts to protect his estranged family. Coleman Domingo goes from, hey, I just want to start writing this book, to questioning things about his career and position of himself in the United States. And it just starts to develop more of that character and see why he's so good at his job, but also how far will he go to protect himself and his family. And so the way that they strengthen the character throughout these 8 episodes while piling more on top of him, the media knows who he is, and he's being accused of more and more. The intensity only rises throughout, and as more people are dying, more information is coming to light, the urgency just grows for this film. And there's a lot of intense moments in the middle half of this series as you start to become more accustomed to the character, his routines, and the overall case, and the people that are possibly behind it. There's so much at stake, and the show has a nice pace to it. And although he's constantly on the run, in the middle half of the show, it doesn't really feel like there's that downtime. It doesn't feel like there's that room to breathe, as it's just flowing very naturally, and that intensity is growing. And the supporting cast is great as well. Bradley Whitford, John Ortiz, and they play on different sides of the conspiracy. Bradley Whitford is very manipulative within this series. There's just something very secretive about that character. John Ortiz is trying to solve this case as he works with the FBI. He is very determined. I like his presence within the series, but they all work alongside Coleman Domingo very well. And although there's not a lot of action, the movement is there. and there's that intensity to it. I did anticipate some more action within the series. There's a couple shootout scenes here and there, but for the most part, the intensity is because of the character being chased and his name being put out there that he is a murderer, and so he has to flee, and seeing the strategy between episodes of how he's going to protect himself. That's where the intensity lies, and that's where the series does work. Real quick, if you're interested in seeing the madness, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you have seen it, comment down below with your overall thoughts on the series. And if you can see more exclusive content from me, consider joining my channel as a member. There you can unlock exclusive ranking videos and movie reviews. Well, I did think the madness had a great conspiracy thriller feel to it. It had a hard time getting started. There wasn't a lot of intensity in the beginning couple episodes. You understood where the story was going to go, who Colman Domingo was as a character, Muncie Daniels. They were just trying to establish that, but it seemed like they weren't trying to swing for the fences really early on and trying to capture one's attention. It had a bit of a slower pace in the beginning, so it was hard to adjust to get into the middle half of the show. And then by the 8th episode, I also felt like the end was very lackluster. It could have ended on like a not a trying to tease like a second season, but somewhat of like a cliffhanger of sorts, or like a wow moment to end the show. It just felt like it ended, and what they were trying to do with some of the characters felt like it was out of place. Like certain moments with Muncie Daniels and his family, that storyline, while strong and emotional, would have worked in the middle half of the show. That really would have strengthened his choices throughout while fleeing, could have helped him a little bit with his choices. And it seemed like with the 8th episode, 7th and 8th episode, storylines really felt out of place, and it took away from some of the emotions, or what could have been a stronger middle half if certain storylines were just thrown into the middle half of the show. So the 8th episode, I thought ended nicely, kind of closer to the beginning of the 8th episode, but by the 8th episode, I feel like it was trying to introduce new ideas and just trying to extend itself, and it really felt like it was trying very hard, and I just kind of wanted it to be over by the middle half of the 8th episode. So nitpicks here and there for some of the episodes, mostly in the beginning and end, but the middle half is strong. The intensity lies with Colman Domingo on the run, trying to clear his name, but also looking at the bigger picture of this organization that is controlling a lot, and there's more that he doesn't fully understand, but also looking at himself in current world and his position at CNN, and trying to just expose the truth about certain groups of people and their organizations. And that's where a lot of that discussion is important to him. How far will he go to uncover the truth and protect himself? So I like this show. It was intense throughout the series. Colman Domingo, great in here, really just unraveling as a character, starting to question himself and his position, but seeing how that character will be challenged throughout. I'm gonna go ahead and give The Madness a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for the new Netflix series, The Madness. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.